Treat the earth well. It was not given to you by your parents, it was loaned to you by your children. The frog does not drink up the pond in which it lives. Live your life so that when you die, the world cries and you rejoice. Listen, or your tongue will keep you deaf. We do not inherit the earth from our ancestors. We borrow it from our children. You can't wake a person who is pretending to be asleep. In our every deliberation, we must consider the impact of our decisions on the next 7 generations. We will be known forever by the tracks we leave. A good chief gives, he does not take. It is better to have less thunder in the mouth and more lightning in the hand. Before eating, always take time to thank the food. The rain falls on the just and the unjust. The soul would have no rainbow if the eyes had no tears. Our first teacher is our own heart. Everything on the earth has a purpose, every disease an herb to cure it, and every person a mission. When we show our respect for other living things, they respond with respect for us. One finger cannot lift a pebble. It is easy to be brave from a safe distance. Don't let yesterday use up too much of today. Wisdom comes only when you stop looking for it and start living the life the Creator intended for you. Tell me and I'll forget. Show me and I may not remember. Involve me and I'll understand. Do not judge your neighbor until you walk 2 moons in his moccasins. We are all one child spinning through Mother Sky. With all things and in all things we are relatives. The more you give, the more good things come to you. A hungry stomach makes a short prayer. Each person is his own judge. All who have died are equal. If you see no reason for giving thanks, the fault lies in yourself. The weakness of the enemy makes our strength. It is better to have 1,000 enemies outside the teepee than one inside. Ask questions from your heart and you will be answered from the heart. A rocky vineyard does not need a prayer but a pickaxe. Life is like a path and we all have to walk the path. After dark, all cats are leopards. A wise man learns more from his enemies than a fool from his friends. A man must make his own arrows. He who would do great things should not attempt them all alone. A brave man dies but once, a coward many times. When a fox walks lame, the old rabbit jumps. A bad thing never dies. Remember that your children are not your own, but are lent to you by the Creator. Those who have 1 foot in the canoe and 1 foot in the boat are going to fall into the river. The river tells no lies, yet standing water is full of them. Seek wisdom, not knowledge. Knowledge is of the past, wisdom is of the future. Where there is no vision, the people perish. Coyote is always out there waiting, and coyote is always hungry. In age, talk, in childhood, tears. Beware of the man who does not talk, and the dog that does not bark. The eagle may soar, but the weasel never gets sucked into a jet engine. There is no fear for one whose mind is not filled with desires. One rain does not make a crop. If you can't bite, don't show your teeth. A man who would be a leader must also be a bridge. If the Creator put it there, it is in the right place. Do not speak of evil, for it creates curiosity in the hearts of the young. The rain may be falling hard outside, but your smile makes it sunny inside. What is life? It is the flash of a firefly in the night. It is the breath of a buffalo in the winter time. It is the little shadow which runs across the grass and loses itself in the sunset. Beware of the man who never makes mistakes. He may be hiding something. You can't reach for anything new if your hands are still full of yesterday's junk. The way of the troublemaker is thorny. Don't be afraid to cry. It will free your mind of sorrowful thoughts. Every animal knows more than you do. It is not the length of the bow, but the strength of the arrow. When a man moves away from nature, his heart becomes hard. The sun shines on people's good and bad actions alike. The coyote brings us wisdom through laughter. Take only what you need and leave the land as you found it. The land is sacred. These words are at the core of your being. One tree cannot make a forest. To touch the earth is to have harmony with nature. We are made from Mother Earth, and we go back to Mother Earth. Make my enemy brave and strong, so that if defeated I will not be ashamed. A good friend is someone who can tell you all their adventures but doesn't ask about yours. When you lose the rhythm of the drumbeat of God, you are lost from the peace and rhythm of life. The most beautiful things in life cannot be seen or even touched. They must be felt with the heart. The whispers of our ancestors can be heard when we walk the paths they once traveled. The true wealth of a nation lies not in its gold or silver, but in the intelligence of its people and the strength of their hearts. No snowflake ever falls in the wrong place. He who would do great things must learn to be silent. A wise man learns from the mistakes of others, but a fool learns only from his own. The heart never lies, but the head is easily deceived. A rich man's heart is like a stone, but a poor man's heart is like water. Share your good fortune with others, and it will multiply. The world is a great mirror. It reflects back to you what you are. If you chase two rabbits, you will not catch either one. Silence has so much meaning. The first step to wisdom is silence, the second is listening. There is no death, only a change of worlds. The greatest strength is in gentleness. When the wind blows, the grass bends. The greatest warrior is the one who conquers himself. The wise person has long ears and a short tongue. The more you know, the less you need to show. Kind words don't wear out the tongue. We are the ones we've been waiting for. The moon moves slowly, but it crosses the town. The best time to plant a tree was 20 years ago. The second best time is now. The world is a circle without a beginning, and nobody knows where that circle ends. To understand the heart and mind of a person, look not at what he has already achieved, but at what he aspires to. A good path has no end. When you go to the mountain, you'll see the mountain. When you go to the sea, you'll see the sea. Speak the truth in stillness, and it will be heard across the world. The heart is the chief, but the head is the warrior. The axe forgets, but the tree remembers. You already possess everything necessary to become great. Do not walk behind me, for I may not lead. Do not walk ahead of me, for I may not follow. Walk beside me and be my friend. When you were born, you cried, and the world rejoiced. Live your life so that when you die, the world cries and you rejoice. Dance to the drumbeat of your own song. A smile is worth 1,000 words, but a kind act is worth 1,000 smiles. The water in the stream may change, but the river remains. True wealth is not measured in possessions, but in the richness of the heart. A gentle hand may lead even an elephant by a hair. The strongest hearts are those tempered by pain. Regret is a heavy burden. Let it go and be free. The beauty of the trees, the softness of the air, the fragrance of the grass, they speak to me. The path to wisdom is paved with humility. To change the world, we must first change ourselves. Learn to embrace the winds of change, for they are the breath of the Creator. The only way to see the true face of the sky is to look up.